they are a coward. They're in this victim mode and they're a little coward. They've got no, what word am I looking for? Fire up their ass. Hey guys, welcome back to Tarot and Tea. How are we all doing? Today we will be doing a love reading. Today we will be doing a love reading. We'll be looking at your current situation with you and your person. We'll be looking at their current feelings. We'll be looking at your current feelings. We'll be looking at what their future actions are going to be towards you. We'll be looking at what the outcome's going to be. And then we'll be getting you some advice. We'll be using the Singles and Relationship Oracle deck, the Situation Love Oracle deck, and we'll be using Tarot to clarify and to answer some questions as well. So, no messing about. Let's get stuck in. So, first of all, let's find out your current energies surrounding your situation. What is going on in your situation with you and your person? Universe, tell us. We have Ascending, Ship, Coffin, and Sword and Rose. Oh, Lord. This is a no contact reading. Like, you're done with this person. That's the energy that I'm getting. Usually at the beginning of like the first spread, when it comes to your situation, people's situation, it will be like the beginning. It will be like the love story, and then eventually you'll get like ascending, growth. But this reading is starting out with ascending. It says learning and expansion, transcending, preparing for a new phase. So what this tells me is that you've been in no contact with this person for a while, to the point where you've already done a substantial amount of healing, and now you're coming to this ascension phase. So you could have been in no contact for a little while now, months, maybe even going on a year. This card, Ship, it says cutting ties, moving on, receive what you need, progression and arriving. Okay, so you feel like you've arrived at a place where you're confident in your decision. You're confident that you've moved on, and you're confident in your decision to cut ties. And you're happy with the progress that you've made. Like, you actually feel like you've arrived somewhere now. This card, Coffin, it says new beginnings, liberation, reborn and transition, and tragic endings. So it's just reconfirming that you really are done with this person, with this connection. And this Sword and Rose, it says clarity and truth, revelations, honor and protection, and determination. During your no contact, I'm getting that you have found even more information out. And the information that you have found out about this person has just given you even more clarity and even more truth. And actually, it has protected you from going back. Let's clarify some of this with some tarot. First of all, I want to clarify what happened. I want to clarify this clarity and truth. What is it you found out during no contact that has like 100% confirmed this Coffin, that it is the end, tragic end, that it is the end of this connection, and that you definitely wasn't going to go back? What was the clarity and truth that you found out, the revelation? Queen of Cups in reverse, the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Understanding that this person wasn't going to be able to emotionally take care of you. Stand in your ground. You had to put down some firm boundaries, and realizing that actually there is nothing that they can do to work on this relationship with you. Like, it is not something that can be worked on. Too much has happened. You do not feel emotionally safe with them. They made you feel unsafe. You couldn't express your emotions to them. They made you feel very, very unsafe. And you had to put your boundaries down. Something happened and you had to put your foot down. What is it that happened? Tell me. Ace of Swords in reverse. Old communication, clarify. Being left out in the cold and old communication. Oh, you found some old messages and it made you feel left out in the cold. They were juggling you. You found old messages that were from a while ago. So when you found them, they wasn't recent messages, but you found them the date in which you saw, even though it was previous to the date you saw them, it was whilst you was together. They had been cheating on you. That's what this is saying. You found out truth that they had been juggling you. That is the revelation. Oh, you found this out during no contact. That was the clarity and the truth. That was the revelation. So you initially left them, not because of cheating, because you felt unsafe with them. Like whatever happened in your relationship, it wasn't to do with cheating, but you felt emotionally unsafe with them, okay? There were other dealings in your relationship that made you want to go no contact with them. But during no contact, you found out that they had been cheating on you. That was the clarity, that was the revelation, that was the truth that came out. That they had been juggling you whilst you were together, which is exactly why you did not go back. That is why this reading starts with the ascending, because you found it out during no contact, and actually it has actually helped you to, it says here, cutting ties, moving on, progression and arriving. So it's like a ship. You've arrived at a place where you feel confident that you're not going to go back because you have found this out, like this revelation that you found out during no contact has just helped you to realise, hell no, like I am not going back to this person. Let's get your current feelings about all of this. How are you currently feeling? I'd say heartbroken, but what do I know? You could be feeling relieved, or again, it looks like you've moved on. So let's see, how are you currently feeling? We have holding on, need rescuing, demanding, and not talking. Holding on, you must release old ties in order to have a fresh start with someone new. Oh, you've done so much healing and you are very certain that you are not going to go back to this person. That is why you've arrived at this place. You've arrived at a confident decision. However, energetically, you are still holding on to this person. And don't tell me, no, I'm not, I'm over it. You might be lying to yourself. Energetically, you are still holding on to this person. It says here, need rescuing. You are waiting for love to save you, but you must stop waiting and start looking. You know what's really interesting is that if you look at both of these cards together, you see this holding on card, holding on to a previous energy. This person is alone. They're traveling, they're exploring, but they're alone. And this card here says needs rescuing. You are waiting for love to save you, but you must stop waiting and start looking. You're trying, yeah. The reason why you feel like you need rescuing, sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, it's passed. The reason why in your energy you've got this need rescuing card is because you've got an energetical, is that a word? An energetical barrier up to new love, because you're holding on to this past person. So you feel like your energy feels like it needs rescuing, it needs love, because you're actually not allowing any new love to come in. So you're kind of at this stalemate where you're certain that you're not going to go back to your ex, but you've also got a guard up where you're not allowing any new love to come anywhere near you. That's why in your energy, you've got this need rescuing card. Even if in your mind, you feel like, I don't need any rescuing. This is what your energy is saying deep down. This demanding card, you set impossible standards for your partners to meet. Be less demanding. Oh, are you a little bit demanding? Not talking, you aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. Okay, so this could be an issue that you have had or conflicts that you've had in your previous relationships. Maybe you don't communicate your needs clearly. Maybe you find it hard to discuss how you feel. Maybe that has been an issue in your previous relationships and your previous partners have said to you, maybe you walk away from conflict, or there's something here to do with you not communicating clearly. And because it's in your feelings, you have become aware of this, okay? So you may have become aware of this because of this relationship breakdown. Maybe you're looking back at things that you contributed to the breakdown of this relationship as well, because obviously no one's perfect. There's always lessons that we can learn in love. Let's get your person's current feelings. What's your person currently going through and feeling? Let's see. We have losing yourself, fear of cheating, fated to be alone, and confusion. Losing yourself. It says you feel lost in your partner. It's okay to be yourself and have your own life too. Your person could have been very codependent on you. Very, very needy and codependent. And because of this, and because they no longer have your energy, they are feeling lost without you, regardless of whether it's been 6 months, regardless of whether it's been a year. And you know this holding on? Your energy, both of your energy are still tethered to each other. So this person, even if it's been a while, they still feel lost without your energy. But they are also becoming aware of this. They're aware that they're clingy and that they're needy and that they're quite codependent. And you see how this person, and we have the confusion card here as well. You see how both of these images, they're very like in mental turmoil. They're very wrapped up in their own mind. This person is like going over and over and over in their head about themselves, how they show love, how they receive love. They're very aware that they are quite codependent, and they're in this mental turmoil because they're aware of it, but they just can't quite understand why they're like this. This fear of cheating card, it says, not everyone cheats. You need to open your heart and trust your partner. This person has a fear of cheating. This is another reason why they cling to their partners like a bloody koala bear, and why they're codependent. This is the type of person that doesn't give you any space to breathe because they have this fear of cheating. Maybe they've been cheated on in the past. Maybe they are a cheater, so they project, and because they're a cheat, they feel like you're going to cheat, but they do have this fear of cheating, and this feeling is currently in their energy right now. It says, fated to be alone. You gave up on love because you think you are meant to be alone. It's not true. This person, again, you're both mirroring each other. This holding on card, need rescuing. You're quite lonely. You know, you're very independent and lonely in your thoughts and your feelings right now. And so is your person. They're feeling very, very alone right now. They're feeling very in the dark. They're alone with their thoughts, their feelings. They've got a lot of big thoughts going on as well. Let's clarify some of this. Clarify this fear of cheating. Oh, the fear is that they got caught out and they're spiraling because you caught them out. I completely forgot about that. I've not long woke up, guys. And it has triggered, obviously I said they're projecting. They are projecting because they've got this, it's also a wound of theirs. So get this, they have a fear of cheating, but they are a cheater. Make it make sense, okay? It doesn't. You know, some people are just a little bit crazy. They have a fear of cheating, but they are also a cheater. So clarify some of this. Why are they like this? Like, they cheated on you, but they have a fear of cheating, and they're acting like a victim, and they're spiraling. Clarify. The Five of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, this is so specific. Your person, your ex, they like conflict. And because you're a Queen of Pentacles, you're very understanding. You're very grounded. You're very practical. You could be an earth sign. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I said that in the wrong way, but yeah, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You could be an earth sign. You're very understanding. You're very nurturing. You're very grounded. You're very practical. And this person is the opposite of you. Like, they're very fiery. They're very passionate. They like conflict. And with this not talking card, you don't really like conflict. So you would kind of, you know, avoid conflict, and then that would make them be more codependent and chase you more, because they actually like conflict. It's like a weird love language of them. They're just one of those little weirdos. They like to fight, they like to argue, they like to debate, they like conflict, they get off on it. Oh, do you know what I'm getting? Is that they like that weird tension. And because they didn't get that tension from you, because you are this grounded, mature queen of pentacles, that contributed to them cheating. I know you only found out during no contact, but that did contribute to them cheating, because they have this weird thing where they like tension. In their feelings, they've got confusion. You don't know what you want. Clarify this for me. Why don't your person, why don't they know what they want? The Three of Wands and the World card. Let's see, what energies have we got here? We've got air, we've got water, we've got earth, and we've got fire, but we've got more earth and fire. So you could be dealing with an earth or a fire sign. Aries, Sag, Leo. But let's see what they're confused about. Oh, wow. They're confused about just in general what they want in life. The Three of Wands card here, they're confused about what they want in the future, what they want in life. They don't even know. And again, that goes with this Wand card as well, and the fact that you're grounded and they're not. They're just in their head. They could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Capricorn. I'm sorry, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But they need to be anchored. This person doesn't know what they want. They're all over the place. They're a daydreamer. You could also be in a long distance relationship. There could be some distance between you two. But this person is a dreamer. Like, they're all dream, no action. And they like conflict. So they could be one of those people who chat. They just like, you know, all mouth, no action. But you could also be in a long distance relationship. And also you could be like different cultures. There could be like some sort of different worldly difference about you both. Let's get their future actions. What are their future actions going to be towards you? God, no wonder you don't want to go back to this person. So let's get it right. They made you feel emotionally unsafe when you was together, probably because they loved conflict and you was a grounded person. You then broke up. You then found out that they had cheated on you whilst you were together. Those truths were uncovered. And now they're acting like the victim. I mean, make it make sense. But what are their future actions going to be? No wonder you're doing well at healing, because you are this grounded person. You're the Queen of Pentacles, my darling. Right, future actions. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Page of Swords in reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This Queen of Wands energy, this goes with this needy energy. The Queen of Wands is like black. See this, you could, guys. Oh, I can't talk. What is wrong with me? You see this black cat energy. The Queen of Wands is a very independent woman. They're a doer and they don't need people to get shit done. Okay, they're very independent, but it's in the reverse. So it just goes with this codependent energy. This person really needs you. So their future actions are they need you, but they are not. Page of Swords in reverse. They're not going to come towards you. Nope. They are a coward. They're in this victim mode and they're a little coward. They've got no, what word am I looking for? Fire up their ass. They're just down in the dumps right now. Just a coward, basically. This is very cowardly energy. They've got a lot on their mind, and all of a sudden now, Mr. or Mrs. Chatty patty ain't got nothing to say. Because what can they say? You know, they're needy and they're cowardice right now. So they're not going to come towards you. And they're not going to come towards you to work on this. Seven of Pentacles, you know, working on something valuable. No, not saying that they don't feel that this is valuable, but they are not willing to work on this right now. So they're not in the future, in the near future. This is current energies. They're not going to come towards you. But let's see what the outcome's going to be. What's the outcome going to be? We have the Nine of Wands, the Six of Swords in reverse, and the Five of Swords. Could be dealing with an air sign as well. We do have a lot of air energy here with them being up in their head, and we have air cards. So you could be dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius also. You could be dealing with any sign. There's all different energies here in terms of signs. The outcome is going to be you've decided that you have worked on this hard enough. You've worked on this hard enough. You're a wounded warrior. You are still kind of tethered to their energy, which is why this person, that holding on card, and this person is, you know, they're looking at the work that they have done. This is you looking at your relationship. You're still looking back a little bit, but you see the bandage, you're wounded. But you are, not that you're considering taking action towards them, but you are still tethered to their energy. You still have their energy in, otherwise they wouldn't be in your reading like this. You know, you wouldn't have this holding on card, this need rescuing. Regardless of how far you've come, their energy still lingers in you quite heavily. This person, obviously in their future actions, they're not going to come towards you. But even if they did, this is current energies. So, you know, in a month's time, the energies could change and they could want to come towards you. But even if they did, they're going to be, they want to win at all costs, basically. They're not mature. They're immature. They're a coward. We've already established this. And this Six of Swords card, this is, you know, moving out of troubled waters into calm waters, but it's in the reverse. And alongside this Five of Swords card here, this person just wants to come and just argue, basically. They just want to debate. This is all air energy. This is communication, but it's reverse. And, you know, the Five of Swords speaks for itself. It's just conniving, wanting to win at all costs. They're smirking and smiling at people that are feeling down and defeated. They want a storm with you. They want to fight. They want an argument because they know that they're in the wrong and they've got nothing to lose, basically. That is this Five of Swords. They feel like they've got nothing to lose. So if they did come towards you, it's not going to be for a good time. It's going to be for a long time, a draining debate. Just arguing, just conflict, which is what they love. Right now, they are feeling like a coward and they're very needy, which is why they could come towards you eventually because they need your energy. They're very codependent regardless of how long it's been. But if they do come into contact you, just know it's not going to be good. So let's get you some advice from the universe. Universe, what advice do we have? We have the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Four of Wands. The advice is to open yourself up to love. You do. Because at the moment, you are in this Ace of Wands reversal energy where even if the universe did offer you an opportunity, you're not open to take it. But there is some love. There is Ten of Cups round the corner. There's emotional fulfillment around the corner, okay? So the advice is, what the universe is saying is, open yourself up a bit more. Yes, you've come far. Yes, you've come to a destination with this Ship card where you're confident in the decision that you've made. But energetically, you are still further back than where your mind is telling you that you are. Emotionally, you're further back. So it's telling you that emotional fulfillment is like on the horizon. Look at this. It is on the horizon. But you need to open yourself up to what the opportunity is that the universe in love wants to offer you, okay? So you just need to work on emotionally moving on more. That's what this is saying. And if you do that, you do have like marriage in your near future, you do. This is like 4 of Wands. It wouldn't even be too far away. If you opened yourself up to love, you would get into something quite serious quite soon. And you could be, if you're hearing this and you're thinking, psh, I don't think so. Like, I'm not ready for love. If love comes knocking at my door, I will close the door, slam the door in their face. But the universe is saying to you, open yourself up. Stop tethering your energy to this person. You have to move on, the universe is telling you. And if you do, love is on the horizon and it could lead to marriage. This is what this is telling me. So yeah, open yourself up a little bit, guys. The universe wants to bless you with some opportunities, okay? But you need to do a bit of work on your side as well. That's why there's a lot of action wands in your advice as well. But that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this reading gave you some clarity and some more guidance on your situation. If anything didn't resonate, trust your intuition above anything else. You know your situation more than anyone. And if something didn't make sense now, it might make sense in the near future. But please like the video and support my channel. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And I'll see you in another reading.